We got an update of a good mama. A good mama. It's always a good mama out here in these doggone streets. Let me go and put it on up there for you. Look, bam. Remember, this is the one who had the $250 million bond. Who the good dark-hued judge had done dropped it on down to $50,000. Remember, she had a $250 million bond because the judge did not want her to be able to get out and be in communication with the children, right? To try to persuade the children that she left in the house 3 to 5 years by themselves in nasty ass conditions, to where somebody would drop the food off at on the front porch and all that fly stuff, and they was little bitty people. They were real small and stuff, nasty and shit. Yeah, her, that beautiful sister, right there. Well, she done violated. That bitch done violated her court orders. Remember, the court orders was like, you know what? The court orders was, do not get in contact with your children. That was the court orders. We heard it, I played it, and all that fly stuff right there. That baby say, I didn't understand what you had done told me.
All right, our other top story on your Monday. The Oakland County prosecutor says the mother, who is accused of abandoning her 3 children for years, is directly violating court orders. They say Kelly Bryant should have her communication privileges revoked because she's called her children's caregiver multiple times, and that's something the judge said she could not do as she sits in the Oakland County lockup. Let's get out to Shantae Passmore. She's working the story, joins us live this evening. Shantae, the judge was pretty clear about this.
The judge was pretty clear. I played it on the show twice. We heard it twice.
Yeah, he was. And so recently the prosecution filed this motion to ban all forms of communication. So who is the caregiver? Well, according to the defense, that would be Kelly Bryant's own father. And now they're challenging this restriction.
I didn't even know that it had a daddy. Remember, the children was left alone 3 to 5 years. 3 to 5 years on their own. But now the children is in the hands of the father. Remember when it first popped off and they was like, the children is in the care of family members. And my whole thing was, as the system, as DCF and Child Protective Services, ain't nowhere in the hell that they should give the children to anybody in the family. We talk about 3 to 5 years. You mean to tell me in 3 to 5 years, people did not come and check on these kids, did not see their living conditions, did not visit with the children, or none of that fly shit right there? These children wasn't even in school. But we're gonna give the family custody of these children. I said that was a bad thing. But now to hear that the custody that these children is in is her father. Her daddy did not know that these children was living in these conditions. Something is clearly wrong here. But back that up. Go ahead. So
who is the caregiver? Well, according to the defense, that would be Kelly Bryant's own father. And now they're challenging this restriction.
8 times. Oakland County prosecutors say that's how many times Kelly Bryant called the caregiver for 3 children between February 21st and March 7th. Between March 8th and the 12th, reportedly 10 times. The children are at the center of a child abuse case.
She's called 18 times in total. She's not supposed to reach out to the children.
The Pontiac mother is accused of leaving them to live alone for years. The home's condition described by authorities as deplorable. As part of her bond reduction, she was told to not have contact with the children and caregiver.
Shout out baby out for having her real again.
Now, prosecutors are asking for a judge to revoke her communication privileges. Criminal defense attorney Lillian Diallo is not connected to the case, but says the people's motion is too severe.
And as a defense attorney, I would argue strenuously and vigorously for her being able to have contact, maybe not with the father now. You can cut that off if that's what you feel has been violated, but don't cut off her only means of communicating with the outside world.
I don't understand cutting off her only means to communicate with the outside world. So there's nobody else that she can call? If the children is with the father, of course it should be stated she should not communicate with the father. This is common sense. I don't understand. And if the judge knew, well, hell, the judge should have put it in writing to make it more clear, because it's just obviously it was not clear. Common sense was not a thing. And listen, a bitch do not worry about violating anything that the court puts in place, because females continue to get by with a whole bunch of shit, a whole bunch of violations that they never been held accountable for. That's why it's so easy. It's so easy for them to break the law again after just breaking the damn law. Because they don't. There's no punishment for a lot of these babies.
Not with the father now. You can cut that off if that's what you feel has
And that's what need to be done. He got the damn children.
been violated, but don't cut off her only means of communicating with the outside world.
Why should we give a damn about her only communicating with the outside world? Do y'all understand that murderers, like really, really murderers, the only communication with the outside world that they be having is their lawyer? That's the only communication that they be having. And I don't know how true this is, but I've watched it like in so many movies, like people like on death row or something like that, or really, really bad criminals or something like that. They can only have communications with their lawyers. I don't know how true that is. Somebody please correct me, inform me if I am incorrect. She still communicates with her lawyers, so her outside communication is not cut off. Or, bitch, if you don't know how to call another family member other than your damn daddy, that's your bad. That's your bad. Why should we give a damn about her having communication?
Cut that off if that's what you feel has been violated, but don't cut off her only means of communicating with the outside world.
Right? Read the newspaper, for real though.
In a response, Bryant's lawyer claims neither the mother nor her defense team had been served a written copy of the court's bond order.
So they have not received anything in writing, although we've heard the judge say it multiple times, no communication. That's what they, so they may have a point. If everything that's said in court, it needs to be in writing, then they may have a point if it needs to be in writing for it to be held up in the court of law.
Had been served a written copy of the court's bond order. The defense claims the mom misunderstood the court statement on the record and didn't realize there was a blanket prohibition from speaking to her father. Meanwhile, questions mount surrounding the case.
She didn't know that it was a blanket thing saying, hey, you can't speak to your daddy. Why? Because your daddy got the children. Do y'all know that? See? And the players who be trying to get out of jail, players who really don't want no more time added, a player ain't calling. If the judge say don't call, bitch, I ain't calling around there. So what I said is not true. All right, bam. I appreciate that right there. And listen, whenever I'm wrong, y'all got to correct me now. But I be asking for correction if I'm wrong. So I don't have no problem with stating something wrong, but I'm asking for the right stuff.
Somebody needs to say something about how these kids just were languishing for years, right? No what? No birthday, no Christmas, no Easter.
I like her.
Nobody asked where the kids are?
This is what I was saying. This is why they should have not let the family, the father, keep them damn children. This is just wrong. Everybody need to be arrested then. DCF need to be arresting every doggone thing.
And we did get a hold of the defense team, but we were told they had no comment. They do believe that there should be no contact with the children, but as for the overall restriction with communication overall, that's something they are challenging. Meanwhile, Bryant is expected to appear in court later this month. We're reporting live tonight. Shante Pascal.
Damn it, we don't mind her talking to everybody else. We said no communication with the children. Anybody knows if whoever had the children and you call around there to speak to that person, you're going to talk to the damn children. Is we that slow? Do we have to say, you can't communicate with your daddy also? Why do we have to say that when the daddy's over the children? The father's over the children. That's his daughter. He will let his daughter talk to the damn children. Can we just keep it 100? You say we're innocent to proven guilty. Willie, you say these N-words, got Wi-Fi and cell phones in prison. You can't stop her from calling people. Say that ain't on the order. You right? Listen. You all is correct. It does not state that she can't talk to the daddy. But I just think that it should fall under common sense because you're calling to the same household that the children is staying at. Do y'all understand? Watch this. In a domestic situation, in a grape situation, in a pedophilia situation, the judge will tell the suspect, you do not contact a minor. You do not contact the minor. You do not contact the minor. And a lot of times, the minor be of the woman who they be in a relationship with. Do y'all understand that if that man contacts that woman, he's in violation? Although the court order did not say you can't call the woman who you was in relationship with. He said you cannot have contact with the minor. If you call that home where that child is placed at or where that child is staying at, y'all do understand that man is going to be charged. You say, I'm reaching now? Listen, we hear it a lot. I do a lot of these things right here, especially like with like the sexual assaults with like teachers and stuff. Like, hell, I did a few No. We did the story last week to where the dude was texting the 12-year-old of his fiance while she was either at her auntie house or at her daddy house. Now, if the judge would say you cannot have any contact with that 12-year-old, and the 12-year-old live with her mama, and he calls the mother and is on record of him calling the mother, they're going to charge him with that. I promise you that. Although there was no court order saying that he cannot contact that woman. I'm telling you something. Listen, they treat us different. They treat us different out here in these streets. And this is why I'm saying, yes, they can say, well, y'all didn't say that she can't call her daddy. No shit. Obviously, you didn't say that. But the children is in the home of the father. Just saying. Y'all let me know. Moving right along. I ain't going to much hold you.